Hello everybody and welcome back to Ancient Aether. That's right, this is episode 4 and we are on a little bit of a building mission today. Yes, if you watched last episode, you would know that we went to the bronze dungeons, which got us a lot of really cool loot, but today we're gonna slow it down a little bit more and we're gonna do a little bit of building because last episode was pretty crazy. Surprisingly, we actually didn't die in the dungeons at all. Within the first 30 seconds, I was hit off of the edge by a whooshy boy. I almost lost my vessel. This incredible boat almost just went off into the distance and I was gone. I almost just lost it. But Kerp, what are you building, you may ask? Well, today we are building a stables for these guys. That's right. I think it's time we finally get ourselves some moas. These guys are so cool. You can ride them kind of like horses. They can double or triple jump even. There's some slime, so let's get some glowstone. I'm really excited to start this build, but we do have some other stuff to get done first, so bear with me. You guys are gonna love this build. I've already planned it out a little bit. Just stick around while we get through some of this other initial resource collecting and yapping. Before we get into the actual building, I would like to try something out. You know, in this series, I really want to start taking from what you guys comment down below and seeing what kind of ideas you guys have about building in the world or different things to try out. And our boy Gavin asked a really interesting question. Can you use the enchanter to heal items? The enchanter has been what I've been using to get the healing stones that I use so many of. And so yeah, let's see if he had a good guess. Okay, so it takes the item. Oh, it does work. It just takes a really long time, it seems like. The only thing I will say is with Zanite, it's not that great because Zanite gets more efficient as the durability gets lower. But with the armor, I don't actually know if that works the same. This one doesn't seem like it's moving. Maybe it's just because it has so much durability to heal. But this is definitely working on something, so surely it's repairing that. All right, guys, it has been about 5 minutes. Let's see. Oh my gosh, okay. Gavin, thank you so much. You were so right with that. Now we can go ahead and get into the rest of the video. So to build the stables, we're gonna need a lot of resources, and I've actually gone and done some of that already. There's a little bronze dungeon down below us right now that I got a ton of carved stone, and also this mossy holy stone. As you can see, this place has been completely ransacked. I've taken everything out of here, all of the mossy stone, except for that one, I guess. This gravitite just kind of appeared out of nowhere, basically. There was some mossy stone right here that I mined, and it just kind of popped up out of nowhere. I really wish I was recording for that, but this was a nice find. Also, this is one of the initial rooms, and it's just so cool to me that the carved stone block spawned like this. Now, if you don't know, these are impossible to break because, let's see if I can trigger one of them. I might have triggered them already. Essentially, when you stand on one of these guys spawn. And, is he gonna do the- Ah! Oh god, I wasn't expecting it to be that fast. But it's just really cool to me that they spawn in this perfect square. I didn't realize, I thought they were random, but no, they are very specific at how they spawn. Maybe it's just this room, but yeah, that was an interesting find. Okay, let's go ahead and put this gravitite away, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab some axes, and we're gonna go chop trees, because while I have plenty of stone for the build, I'm running pretty low on wood, and I really like chopping trees on camera with you guys because I think it gives me a really good chance to just sit and talk with y'all. Like I said, I want comments to be a big part of my videos going forward, and so I want to take this tree chopping time to be a time for me to just go through some of y'all's comments that caught my eye, and, you know, encourage you guys to comment about some other stuff that's going on. So the first comment I want to take a look at is from Juno JPG. They said the editing is great, which, first of all, is just a way to make any YouTuber feel so happy and blush a little bit. So thank you so much for that compliment. I really appreciate it, dude. Put a lot of time into editing these videos, so I really, really appreciate it. Specifically, the reason I appreciate this comment, though, is because they also told me to up my bitrate. And oh my god, the moment I did that, my video's quality just got so much better. I don't know why my bitrate was only recording at like 2500, but I've either doubled or tripled that now, and it looks like the video quality is turning out a lot better. So Juno, thank you so much for leaving this comment. It really has helped, and you know, I hope you're still watching and you can hear me give my thanks, because it's really appreciated, dude. Thank you so much. The next comment I want to take a look at is from Mr. BD Was Taken. His comment is in reference to last episode when I was talking about getting music discs, because you can get music discs in the dungeons, but you can't get jukeboxes here in the Aether at all. There's no way to get diamonds, of course. So I asked you guys, is it okay for me to spawn in a jukebox? It's a purely cosmetic item, so I would, kind of figured it'd be worth the shot. His comment was talking about how he thinks it's fine to get stuff from the overworld, which I do kind of want to make this world something where I can't go to the overworld, even though I kind of already did it in episode 2 to get my Zeppelin, but we don't talk about that. But then Gavin responded to that and said, substitute the diamond for gravitite plate and toss them into the void for a jukebox. Which I really like this idea, actually, because it gives me a way to acquire it still, but it actually feels like I'm using the resources needed to get it. So maybe during this episode, we'll make a gravitite plate for the first time, toss it off the edge as a sacrifice to the Aether gods. Maybe the gods of how many items will give me a jukebox, because there's some really nice songs on this soundtrack that, I know you guys hear a lot because I edit them into the background. But I want to be able to hear them in-game while I'm playing, because I play with no music on here so that I can edit sound into the background, and it gets really quiet on my own. Also, in response to this, Mr. BD told me that I can make parachutes out of the yellow and the white clouds, which is something crazy I didn't realize. Like, look at this. You can make it out of air clouds and the gold air clouds. I don't know what the golden air... Wait, what? It's the same crafting recipe. I don't understand how... Okay, whatever. The parachutes, if you fall off the edge, it basically, activates when you enter the overworld and keeps you from dying. I didn't know this was a thing at all, and that would really help me keep my death counter from going up. Because if you didn't know, I think it's on, 6 or something. Surprisingly, it did not take that many deaths last episode. But still, I'm racking them up fast, and I'd really rather not do that, honestly. The next comment comes from Bismuth749. At first, he talks about how it's nice to see people who don't just rush through the game, which I appreciate him noticing, because that's one thing I'm really trying to do in this. I want to space out all of the dungeons so that it happens over the course of the series, because honestly, right now, I could go take on a silver dungeon. It would not be that hard. I'd probably die, but I could get through a silver dungeon after one death or so, and then I could snowball with that dungeon loot into another silver dungeon. I don't know, it just doesn't really feel like what I want to do. So instead, I've decided to space them out and just focus on building, focusing on talking, and not really worry about beating it as fast as possible. When I used to upload videos, all of my videos were oriented around the 100 days trend, which is just not fun to me anymore. All of those videos felt very formulaic, and I didn't actually feel like I was really playing the game. And I don't want to make videos like that anymore. I'm really tired of making videos where I just blitz through the content as fast as possible. I want this to be something that you guys can just relax with me and enjoy, instead of worrying about making sure that you watch every second, because otherwise you're gonna miss something. No, if you guys tune out and just completely forget that my video is playing in the background, that's fine. That's kind of the idea behind these videos. But then he also goes in to talk about how he both loves Mob Psycho and Stranger Things. And if you didn't watch the recent episodes, he is referencing how I was referencing Mob Psycho and Stranger Things. Those are both shows that I've been watching recently. I was a little worried that I had just kind of rambled on about those topics a little bit too much. Seeing your comment, Bismuth, really made me feel better about that. I'm glad somebody else is enjoying hearing me yap about that kind of stuff. And because of that, I'm gonna take a little bit more time to yap about shows, because they're just so fun to talk about, TV is one of the easiest ways to bond with people, because everybody's so specific about the kinds of shows they like, and it really tells you a lot about the kind of person someone is based off of the shows they watch. Now, I will say, on regards to Stranger Things, I have not watched it any more than the last time I talked about it. I finished up season 3. I think my girlfriend and I are halfway through episode 1 of season 4, and it's not grabbing me as much anymore, and I'm distracted by other shows, so I haven't finished it yet. I really need to get around to it, but it's just kind of not happening. If we're still talking about anime though, let's talk about Naruto. Okay. I know, half the audience probably tuned out there, and the other half is like, wait, Naruto? Yes, I have watched Naruto. I think this is my third time watching through it, and I absolutely love the show. It's so good. I also just love how easygoing it is. Like, it's so easy to throw on in the background and just kind of, you know, work on something else. Like, I throw it on in the background while I'm at work, while I'm playing this a lot of the times. If I'm just grinding resources, like earlier when I was mining out all of the resources in the bronze dungeon, I was just watching Naruto. I'm currently at the part, like, right after the Chunin exams. The Rock Lee and Gaara fight is just peak. If you don't know anything about Naruto, you need to at least go on YouTube and watch the Rock Lee versus Gaara fight. It's just one of the best fights in anime, in my opinion. It's just so good. The next comment comes from Felipe. Can someone check on Felipe? Or is he okay? Like, do we need to call the cops or something? Because I just want to make sure he's okay. The next comment I want to talk about is from Wasted Ghouls. He also likes yappers, so he is a great addition to this community. Welcome in, Wasted Ghouls. But also, the reason I specifically wanted to take a look at his comment is because he was talking about making kits out of cardboard. And specifically, I want to encourage you guys to talk about the random things you guys make just because you want to make it. You know, YouTube for me is one of those things that I just want to make videos because I've been making videos for so long, and it just feels boring to play Minecraft without making videos, to be honest. So yeah, let me know what you guys do just for fun. At first, I didn't know what he was talking about when he said cardboard kits. Essentially, a cardboard kit is literally just making, like, cosplay items out of cardboard or something. So he's trying to make Roach from OG Modern Warfare, which is sick. Honestly, I did not play Modern Warfare as a kid. I loved the Modern Warfare Remastered that came out in 2019, 2018, somewhere in there. When I was a kid, my parents did not like the idea of shooters. Honestly, they still don't. But I have more control over myself and what I do now that I'm much older than 18. They can't tell me what video games to play, even though they wouldn't care because I play Minecraft. And so what Ghouls is working on is plate carriers for, like, body armor, I believe is what he's talking about. And he's even talking about making some guns eventually, which sounds awesome. And the reason I brought this comment up is partially because I want to encourage you guys to comment about what y'all are working on in your hobbies, but also because when I was a kid, I tried to make a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Gauntlet. Another anime that you guys absolutely have to watch. If you haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh!, please go do it. It is a staple of my childhood, and I have watched it at least 6 or 7 times. But yeah, so when I was a kid, I tried to make a cardboard dueling gauntlet. And there's no pictures of it, there's no proof that it ever existed, because after about 20 or 30 minutes of cutting up cardboard and taping them together, realizing that I did not have the necessary skills to try and make this, I gave up. It never came to fruition, which is a little sad because it would be pretty sick to have a cardboard duel gauntlet, but it was not meant to be. Regardless, Wasted Ghouls hit me with a little bit of nostalgia there, so, you know, I really appreciate that, Ghouls, because that's exactly what this channel is for. The channel is for a little bit of nostalgia, and you just hit me with that, so I really appreciate it, dude. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for comments for today. If you guys want to be included in this next time, make sure to leave a comment down below about something you're doing, whether it's in Minecraft. It could be a build you're working on. It could be a hobby you've started. Maybe you started painting or something, or knitting or something. I want to hear all about it. I will say it will probably not be included in the next episode, because the next episode is going to be like last episode, and we are going to head back to the dungeons. We're going into these silver dungeons next episode, which is going to be a little bit of a higher paced video, so I'm not going to be yapping nearly as much as I am in, say, this video. But regardless, in the episode after that, which I don't have a plan for yet, to be honest, we'll figure out something that I can just yap, and make sure to leave some comments about, you know, what you guys are working on, what you guys want to talk about. Actually, I think these are useful to moas, so let's go ahead and kill these real quick. I believe you can use these to tame them. I don't know. Let's just go and try it. Let's go and try it. Oh. You can't. Do you drop it? I was told this is how you tame them. Maybe I'm just wrong. Oh, wait. Oh, it looks like he was going for it for a second. Okay, I think I was just wrong. I actually have no idea what these acre petals do, so we'll figure that out later. I'm gonna get just a little bit more wood, and then I will meet you back at the house. All right, guys, I've finished that axe up. I've replanted all of the saplings. So let's go ahead and get all of our resources together to go start working on the stable. Also, y'all, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Up until just a moment ago, I've been playing on peaceful. It was a complete accident. I had it on peaceful because I was recording cinematics, and the whooshy boys are incredibly annoying when recording cinematics. So I set it to peaceful for that reason, and I just completely forgot to turn it off. Fortunately, I've only been recording for about 30 minutes or so, so it's not too big of a deal. I will try and be a little bit more aware of that next time because that's a big deal. I mean, they're supposed to be here all the time, and I feel... Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I've almost fallen down that hole like 3 different times. I can't believe I lived. Oh my, that was terrifying. My heart just sank, dude, as soon as I realized I wasn't walking on ground anymore. I believe I have a chest up here from when I was harvesting clouds. Oh my god, I have a lot more clouds up here than I thought I did. I thought I had like 10 stacks or so. I knew I had a decent amount. I didn't realize I had almost a full chest of it. Stop it! Okay, well, you know, I don't know how I didn't notice these guys weren't around. They're so loud and annoying. Let's go ahead and start a chest of all of our resources because I did not have enough inventory space to bring it all over. We're gonna head back, grab all of the carved stone and some more holy stone, and I'll be right back. That's another inventory full of resources. This should be plenty of stone to get started. All right, guys, this chest looks gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and make a holy stone axe because I forgot to make a new Zanite axe. Okay, let's get started. We are going to begin with just the frame for right now. Why'd they shoot him? That was messed up, dude. All right, just like the house, we're gonna separate these by 7 blocks. Okay, and then we're gonna bring it up 7 blocks as well. That was 5, I did that wrong. Oh my god. Healing stones on the hotbar. I'm actually gonna go up 8 because I'm gonna have a crossbar right here as well. Okay, so this is the frame for the main part of the building. Essentially, my idea is kind of like a storage unit area here, and then coming out from the side of it is going to be where the actual stables are. Oh my god, I have to kill these things. They're so annoying. Jeez. What the? Wait. How did I just get clay? Is it from killing these guys? Because I saw one of these guys dying. Come back. No, I'm sorry. I have to know. I have to know. There's a scary one, but I have to know. No, he drops feathers. Oh, now I have to be very careful because I'm poisoned and close to the edge. Get away from the edge. How did I get clay? Where did this come from? Okay, okay. The scary one is down. I'm so confused. Guys, I promise I did not spawn this in. I have absolutely no idea where this came from. I guess it just goes in the chest. I don't know what to do with that. Alright, I just had to move this back a little bit because I didn't like how close it was to the edge. I wanted a little bit more space out here in the front, just to kind of give it, I don't know, like a little bit of a rundown space where it looks like the moas have been walking on a lot. And oh my god, I swear these guys are trying to rage bait me. I'm so frustrated trying to deal with them. It's impossible to build with these guys shooting at you. I got knocked off so many times. I started building this with like 50 healing stones. I've gone through 20 and I'm so annoyed. Oh my god. Okay, rage bait aside, this has been moved back a couple blocks, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and shape out the roof on here, just so I have a little bit of an idea of what I'm working with before I start working on the actual stables portion of it. Oh my god. No way! Oh my god, dude. These things are so annoying. I'm actually about to crash out. And it's raining. Alright, guys. Walk of shame time. Alright, let's get back to it. Did my armor break? I think my armor actually broke, which I guess explains how I died, but oh my god. I want to do one extra pillar here in the middle. I think that's the middle. I think that will add some much needed definition to this build, because that's something I struggled with on the roof over there. Adding this extra beam in the middle helped a lot. Okay, now that I've got the frame set out for this, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the actual stable part. Also, can we talk about how it was literally not even 10 minutes ago that I was complaining about how I'm already down to 30 healing stones? I'm down to 7. Oh my god. And now they're all gone? I mean, I'm not complaining, but okay. All right, we've got the frame set out for this section, so let's go ahead and do the trim of the roof on it as well. All right, guys, I am really starting to like the shape this is taking. The next step is going to be filling all of this in with planks, and it should be pretty easy. The only difficult part I can think of is when the two roofs meet, but, you know, I've done that multiple times in other builds. I don't think it'll be too bad. We'll see what we can do. The only reason it would be pretty difficult is because that one and this one are on different levels. We'll figure it out. I will say, I think I'm really starting to get the hang of building with just full blocks. It is a lot to get used to. I really do miss having stairs and slabs. You know, I'm starting to get used to it. It's not too bad. Before we fill this in with planks, I'm gonna go back to the house and I'm gonna make full Zanite armor because I have broken all of mine, and then also new Zanite axe because I'm tired of using Holy Stone. One thing I did notice as I was back there is I am running very low on Zanite specifically. So someday soon here, I honestly might stream me wandering around and getting more Zanite because I'm running very low, and I could also use some more Ambrosium. I could probably use some more Gravitite before I start taking on the Silver Dungeons. All right, y'all, let's get back to it. All right, so we've added in the walls. Unfortunately, these stalls ended up being a little smaller than I intended. You know, I'm gonna add some fences here so they'll have a 3x2 area. And then also, I think the idea will be that for the most part, they get to roam around in this outer fenced-in area. But I wanna help this bunny. Oh, I guess I'm not. Oh, come back, come back. Okay, well, never mind. Bunny's gone. Sorry, guys. It's a little sad that these are small, but I think the idea is that they'll just be sleeping there. For the most part, they'll have the freedom to walk around out here. So this is not moa cruelty. Don't worry about that, you guys. But yeah, we've got the walls in. Let's go ahead and start on the roof. Okay, with just one side of this done, I'm actually really happy with how this is coming. Also, okay, for clarification, I'm not complaining. Where are the Whooshy boys? We're on normal. I'm not, again, not complaining. No, clarification, not complaining. All right, all sides of the roof are finished, and I was about to do some detailing, but before we do that, let's fill in this big opening in the roof still. That's not gonna look good. All right, I've gone in and added a little window on each side of the roof, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. The next thing I'm gonna do is add some fences underneath all of these logs. Yes, I'm pretty happy with that. And then also we can go ahead and put them in here. We'll play around with that. We might find something else that we like better, but for now, I'm content with saying that's what we're going with. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this up real quick and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, I've added the fence around the entirety of it, and I do like the way it looks. I'm still undecided on if I want these bottom fences or not, but we can always take them out. I'm sure I will. I think what's throwing me off is the block below it. I don't want the grass to stay here. It'll probably be switched out for stone and mossy stone, and I think once I do that, it'll look a little bit better. But yeah, other than that, I'm trying to decide other ways to add detail. The one thing I need to do is grab the like blue glowy bits and add those into the roof as well. I think that'll help a lot. I don't quite know how I feel about this curved edge. I think part of the reason I don't like it is because it makes the stone really thick. So maybe if I just add 2 more skyroot planks right there, and one right there, it might fix it for me, but I don't know. Also, you can tell that I have just now remembered I have Optifine installed in this mod pack. Completely forgot about that until now. And then also, I did grab some ladders when I went back to the base, and I don't know where I want to use them, if I want to use them. I was thinking I could possibly put them here. Maybe even, like, down here. That might look nice. I don't know for sure. I'm actually gonna put it over the entire thing, and we'll see, we'll see. You know, I actually like that a lot. I think it adds, like, a lighter tone to it, and honestly, I might try and add some ladders into the starter house, or even the ship as well, off camera or something, just to see if I like it, because I'm really happy with how that comes out. All right, let's see how that looks. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think it's bad. I think it just looks bulky up here because there's not much going on down here. Maybe it needs some sort of trim. What if I added some carved stone at the bottom of these pillars like I did on the starter house? How does that look? Honestly, I like that a lot. I think when I go through next and add a bunch of details onto the ground, I think that will look pretty good, because it does look really bulky up here. Okay, I think I'm going to go around and add the carved stone at the bottom, as well as finish adding the ladders all the way around the top. Okay, guys, I can't lie. From this angle, it does look really cool. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. I just realized I missed one right there. All right, you guys, I think the actual building is done now. I'm gonna go change those real quick. Can't lie, adding those extra 2 blocks, I think, made a big difference. So I'm gonna go do it to the other 2 peaks as well. Oh, and while I'm up here, actually, let me add this sentry stone in as well. Okay, there we go. I am so happy with how this turned out. I can't lie, my perfectionist is kicking in though, because the slant of this one just feels wrong. I think, or that second to top notch needs to go up 1 more. Okay, I will stop being a perfectionist after this, I promise. We will move to the outside space in just a second, I promise. I don't know if that's a particularly noticeable change, but it's noticeable to me. I'm happy to say that looks better now. Okay, next step I think would be tearing out all of this ground and putting in the base that we actually want, which I think is just going to be a mix of holystone and mossy holystone. I'm a little worried that it's gonna look depressing and sad for the moas, but I also I don't know what else to terraform this ground with. I don't know, it kind of looks like a light dirt, so I'm not too against it. All right, so now I'm going to destroy all of this grass like a cat eating cardboard. All right, now I'm just gonna go through and fill it in with stone. I think in here, I actually want it to be out of carved stone, just because I do want the inside of this to actually look different. And there, I like that actually. That kind of connects the border. But yeah, out here, it's just gonna be a random combination of regular stone and mossy stone. And I might try and use more mossy stone actually, because I have a lot more mossy stone than I do regular stone at this moment, and I don't feel like going and collecting more resources. But also, I think it will make it just look more green and more like packed mud, packed dirt. I don't want it to look like stone, but it looks like that might be what we're getting, to be honest. I don't know, we'll see what we get when we fill this whole area in. I don't know, y'all. I think I made a mistake. I haven't added in the dirt patches yet, so let's try that, I guess. Okay, adding in the dirt has definitely helped a lot. I don't really know how I feel about the whole vibe of it yet. I do like it. I like it. I'm really trying to avoid any animal rights activists getting mad at me because, I don't know, it does look barren and not very enjoyable to live in. But also, I do like the texture it adds. I wish there was a gray-green block that I could add in as well to kind of tie the dirt and the stone together. It just doesn't look quite right, but I don't think I'm going to be lucky enough to find that. I've been looking through how many items for a minute or two, and I haven't found anything, so this is what we're going with. I'm going to go ahead and add a fence around the whole thing. And maybe that will make me feel better about it. Okay, honestly, with the fence around it, that helps it a lot. It still needs a little bit more, though. I'm thinking maybe, like, cloud bushes in it or something. I feel like that might look cool, because then it's, like, some exotic food they're eating. We'll try, like, right here, maybe? It still looks pretty barren. Maybe I add like a tree or two in there. That might help. I don't have any saplings on me, but I'm sure I'll have some somewhere, or I could go chop some more trees, honestly. Yeah, it's just like, I feel like it needs more green, and maybe I need to add a bunch more mossy stone into it. That could help a lot. Let's try adding some more mossy stone into it. Okay, now it's pretty much mostly all mossy stone at this point. How does this look? Okay, that's definitely looking better. That's kind of the green I'm going for. So I'm very happy with that. I'm trying to think of any other ways to add some detail into this. I guess let's go get some saplings, because I do think adding a tree or two into here would help a lot. And I want to add some sort of like trough, like water trough, but without trap doors, it's kind of hard to make those without making them super bulky. Okay, I think once those grow, that will help. And I actually just had a really interesting idea. I think this would be a really cool thing if it works. What if I go into one of these? I think this one's perfect for it. Because these are a little bit transparent, what if I put this on the inside of it? It won't grow. It kind of doesn't work because the leaves are still green on the sapling, but I do kind of wonder if when these grow and it's apparent that I'm not trying to use that as a sapling at all, I do think it might look cool. So I don't know. I think that's a really neat way of representing a bush. And honestly, I might start doing that normally. I don't know if it would be noticeable with leaves, but with fancy graphics, they're a little bit transparent. But guys, I am really, really happy with how this build is coming along. This is looking awesome. I do think it will look better with some of these hills cleared out. At some point, I'm gonna do a lot of terraforming. I already started shaving this down a little bit, but I didn't get too much done on it, as you can probably tell. But I think a lot of this area would look better if it was more open. And maybe down the line we'll do something with this mountain. I think that would be cool. I do kind of want to let this area be a little bit more open so that you can kind of see all of the builds from each other. Right now, it's pretty closed off. But this is great having this constructed now, because I really am starting to get a vibe for just this world, you know, with just the house and the ship. It definitely felt like I had settled here, but it didn't feel like I had really stamped my mark on it. And now it really feels like, okay, I'm getting into the building style, and I'm really starting to use the different resources in different ways. You know, I wasn't expecting of making a ground out of stone, but it's kind of worked. And I just noticed this block is missing. That's going to infuriate me. But yeah, it's kind of worked, and I really feel like I'm getting the hang of how to build in this environment. Oh, a tree just grew right in front of us. Perfect. Yeah, one or two more of those. This place is gonna look awesome. And then I really do think adding the saplings inside of the bushes is just going to be a really cool tiny detail. I got to get some more first. I'm actually so here for that. I think that looks really cool. Well, guys, this is looking insane. As you can tell, I have spent a lot more time on this area, making it all just look exactly the way I want to. I will say, I don't know how I feel about the lampposts, but for now, I'm going to keep them like that. I love this place. It took me so long. This whole area had a ton of terraforming to do, which you can see if I just pop one of these blocks right there. Yeah, it's completely empty under all of this. I'm not filling it all in. It's not worth that time. And then there was a huge hill right here. There's another hill back there that I really wanted to clear out, but that's not going to happen. And I'd also want to clear out that hill, but I just do not have the patience for that. And this video is going out in less than 24 hours, so that's just not going to happen. But oh my gosh, guys, I'm so happy with this. It took me like 2 hours of terraforming. I spent like an hour just wandering wandering around picking flowers. I did a lot of this off camera while slowly chipping away at a 6-hour review of Naruto. Yes, I know that's unnecessary, but I mean, it's a nice thing to throw in the background, so whatever. I think the build itself is actually complete. I am so happy with how this has turned out. It just looks fantastic. Now, let's go up here to get the other view of it that I generally like to get. I am so unbelievably happy with how this has turned out. Now that the stables are complete, it's time for us to get some moas. As you might know, in a previous episode, I got a blue moa egg that a moa just dropped. I also found another one on the ground while making this. And then I also spent about 15 minutes standing next to a black moa so that I could just wait for it to drop an egg. It took a while, but it was so worth it. We're not gonna make 2 blue moas because I have 3 cells. I probably should not call these cells. This is not a prison. I have 3 stable slots, and 1 for the blue moa, 1 for the black moa, and then there's also a gray moa that I will have to find an egg for. So yeah, the way you get moas is you place down an incubator, you place the egg inside and a bunch of torches, and slowly this bar will fill up, and once it finally does, a baby moa will pop out of it. And then I think that's what you feed the acre petals to. I don't know for sure though. We're gonna go ahead and pop a blue moa egg into here, and we're just gonna wait for those to finish. I'm gonna go grab the acre petals just to make sure I have them on hand when those babies pop out. And actually, let me go ahead and grab some more real quick. Also, back here, I've kind of set up a makeshift storage area. I have a lot of resources back here from all of the terraforming I did. Also, check out all of this glowstone I've collected just from killing slimes that are spawning near me while I'm working on this area. Oh, and there's a white moa. Let's actually just gonna go stand by it and see if we can get it to poop out an egg. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I swear I just saw a white moa over here somewhere. Or a gray one. I wonder if it just fell off, honestly. That's also possible. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to hang out and wait for that one to drop an egg. If I find another white moa, I will definitely just kind of hang out by it and wait for it to poop out an egg. All right, how are these doing? Oh, these are going a lot faster than I was expecting. These are already halfway done. Okay, and then the other thing is I was really concerned about whether or not I was going to be able to get a saddle because, you know, in normal Minecraft, you can't craft a saddle. So, but I also looked into it and you can get these staffs. You can't craft these staffs, but in a creative world, I threw one of these into a book of lore and it says you can get it at a silver dungeon. So I might try and get that, at least for the white moa staff. If I can't get a white moa egg, we'll do that. I thought the staff was gonna be our only option because when you use the staff, you right click the ground and it spawns a fully grown moa right in front of you. And it has a saddle already on it. And so I was actually expecting to end this video with just this building complete, with no moa sitting inside of these stables and just say, okay, next episode, we're going to the silver dungeon. We're going to look for these moa staffs. And yeah, that'll just be the episode. But I actually looked into it and you can craft saddles in this. I guess they added the recipe, but you can craft saddles. And so it just takes 5 leather and a piece of string. Leather you get from cows, obviously. String you get from the bunnies. So I killed the bunny off camera. I was not going to include that on camera because that is just cruel and awful. But yeah, so we have a saddle. I honestly probably need to craft another one because I worry that these guys will despawn if I don't put a saddle on them. I will definitely do that off camera. I do not want to make you guys watch me kill a bunny because they are just too cute. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here until these are done. They just have a little bit more to go. Oh, he's done. Hello, you are so cute. Okay, so does this make you grow up? He took it. He took one. Come here. Oh, he took another. I don't know what's working. Oh, he can get out. Great. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to fix that because he's not supposed to be able to get out. Gosh, these look so cool. Does he follow me? Oh, he does follow me. That's so cute. Is it because I'm holding the... No, he just follows me. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. I love him. You want more? Oh, he does want more. Oh my gosh, he's needy. This guy is so cute. No, come back. Oh, you can toggle him. So if I right click him, he follows. If I right click, he just kind of does his own thing. I probably want him on follow mode just to make sure. I don't know what these acre petals do. Can I put the saddle on him yet? No, I cannot put the saddle on him yet. Okay, well, just in case I'm gonna need to give them a lot, I'm gonna give this guy one too. Yeah, he took that. Okay, wait, where did you go? Where did you go? I don't know if this makes them grow faster or what. How long is this gonna take, buddy? I don't know what the acre petals do, honestly. Because they're not making him grow any faster. Yeah, you wanna go back in your pen? That's a great idea. Come back. Come back. No. Come back. You're going in your pen. And I guess I can break the incubator. I don't need this in here anymore. Let's see if he can jump out on his own. I would really rather if he couldn't jump out on his own. Okay, well, it looks like this is gonna take a bit, so I am just gonna wait this out, I guess. Oh my gosh, why did this one grow? This one grew so fast. I wonder if the black moa just takes a lot longer to grow up. That's possible. Well, I can't lie, I don't really want to use the saddle on this one. I'd rather use it on a different one. Okay, now we find out for sure if he can get out. Because this one's grown up, so if he can get out, then he can get out, and I'd rather them not be able to do that. I guess I am going to cage him up just a little bit further just to be absolutely sure he doesn't leave. We'll do the same here just to be safe. I'm gonna go find some cows and another bunny that I'm gonna do nothing with. Okay, I've crafted up a second saddle. Let's see if he wants to take more food. Oh, he does? Okay. Still not growing up though, but now that I have a second saddle, I'm comfortable tossing one on this guy. Okay, he takes it. Ooh, okay. Can we get out of here? Oh, I do take damage if we get out of here. So it looks like he's got actually 3 jumps. He auto goes up 1 block, which is pretty nice. Also, he's fast. And yeah, triple jump. That is so nice. Oh my gosh. This is definitely the best mode of land transportation. Especially, I don't have to worry about fall damage. That's just so nice. The only thing I wish is that there were fence gates. That's the only thing that really frustrates me because I'm gonna have to break and replace that every single time I want to. Okay, yeah, now I guess we're just gonna wait until this guy grows up. I got nothing else to do other than find a white moa and try and get an egg from him, but I don't know if that's gonna happen this episode. That might be the kind of thing we go for a staff later on. Why? Just grow up. Oh, he ate another one. Come on. How many are you gonna take? Honestly, I might do a little bit of Googling real quick. You just made another egg? I don't need another blue egg. I'll take it, I guess, but like, I don't want it. Oh, he just grew. Okay. Papa saddle. Oh my god. This guy has 7 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Oh my. I love this guy. Okay, so now the next thing we need to figure out is naming these guys. I will say, I think I have already decided on a name for this black moa, and that is because I was looking up some old playthroughs to try and see, like, does it take a specific amount of acre petals to make these guys grow? I couldn't find any specific information. What I did find was Polosaurus Jr.'s Aether video about him getting a black moa. His was named Nudge, which I think is just so cute because when you right click them and they follow you, they'll just kind of push you around. And I just think that's adorable. So this one is going to be named Nudge. Can I make signs? Please tell me I can make signs. I can't make signs? We're just gonna have to remember this guy's name is Nudge. This guy's name is up for debate, so please leave some comments down below with what you think his name should be for whenever we get a white moa. Leave some comments down below for what you think the white moa's name should be. But yeah, Nudge I think is so cute. I love Nudge. And also, it's an homage to the first Minecraft creator I ever watched. So yeah, we got Nudge, we got Unnamed, we got an empty stall, and that, you guys, is the moa stables. I think that's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. I will see you guys next week when we go take on a silver dungeon. All right, goodbye, everyone.